Hello, welcome back to Alice Ops. I'm really glad to see you again. This is a lot of fun for us. We were away for a little while. We went to a cottage in Ontario on the lake, Otter Lake to be precise. And we just went there to relax and have a good time. And of course, that means hitting some thrift shops and discovering what they had in that part of the world. You know, sometimes the goods are different, and we just really enjoyed exploring the area. Beautiful little towns and just quaint, charming old stone buildings, and lots of antique shops and flea markets. We even hit some auctions, which we don't do a lot of here in this area. Maybe there aren't so many things we're interested in, but yeah, we found some pretty good ones there. So this is just a little preview, a tiny haul video. I don't know how tiny, but you know, maybe not as long as usual. 'Cause we just wanted to throw something together to share with you. A lot of fun stuff we found there. So one of the things that was really cool is we went to this one antique shop. The owner is telling us that he's going to retire this year. So I'm thinking maybe he won't hold on to his inventory as preciously as he usually would. He said, you know, my wife is retiring this year and I promised when she retired, I would retire. And I thought that was a beautiful thing. And so we chatted a bit. He said, anything you're interested in, let me know. We can negotiate a price. So I see this. This was tangled with the rest, this brooch. And basically I see this on a dresser. And I'm kind of interested in a couple pieces, but I'm going, well, this is really hard to untangle. So I bring it up to the owner and I said, I'm interested in a couple of pieces. Can we look at them? So he tries and tries to untangle them. Then the phone rings. It's his wife on the phone. He's talking to his wife. He's trying to untangle everything and pull things apart, and he just can't. And when he hangs up with her, he tells me pretty much what I was thinking and what maybe you're thinking out there. Be easier if you took the whole thing. I said, yeah, well, I said, if it's cheap enough. He's like, yeah, it can be real cheap. So he starts looking through it and looking through some of the tags. He's like, well, this one was $18. How about $10 for the lot? I said $7. He said, that's fine. So remember, folks, that's how you do it. If you go to a thrift store or an antique shop or anything like that, and maybe you've got something that's dirty or that's tangled up with something else, you know, don't miss the opportunity to try it and say, well, since this is dirty or something, I don't know, I can't check to see if it's in really good condition, or I can't pull this apart, or, you know, in a friendly way, you might suggest, well, can it be a little cheaper because I can't see it very well? Or, you know, can you throw in the lot for not a lot of money? And, you know, usually people will take that the right way. So the pieces I was really interested in were this brooch, which seems to be hand painted. It's signed on the back. Not that the signature is necessarily worth a lot, but it means it's a particular person who painted this, hand painted. I can do some research about the name. We'll see what comes up. This is an okay thing. It looks to be like a little marcasite brooch. It is marked, but I can't make it out. We have two thermoset earrings. All the stones are there, and that might do okay, especially in a lot of similar type jewelry. But I really wanted to were these cufflinks, enamel cufflinks. One of them seems to have little damage, but I'll have to see. I just think they're beautiful, they're intriguing, enamel, a nice quality there, and not something you'll find just all the time. So I thought that was worth my $7, you know, let's say $2-3 for these 2 or 3 pieces. I was more interested in this. It's funny, it's actually signed, it's a coral piece. I just don't think, because it's not as old, I think maybe the design is not as creative or complex, you know, it's just an easy kind of little roses design. And there are a few other things like this, which is like this outrageous sparkly thing, which is not signed, but is a little bit older, like maybe the 70s or 60s. I don't know. This I don't hold much hope for because it's just not old and not particularly anything. It's fine. It's got this scrolly design, but you know, and that's about it. I think that's everything that's in there, but we will try that at some point. We went to a secondhand shop that was quite amazing. It's for this organization. The secondhand shop is called The Real Deal, and they really help their community. They do recycling. They do all sorts of projects to really help people in their community, and very good prices. A real thrift shop, like, you know, this, for example, was $5. We bought a hair dryer with extensions that goes for maybe $50. It was new in the box. That was another $5. You know, we might be able to resell it for $40 or $50. That's just fine. This was so cute because my husband is scanning everything, and he looks at this and thinks, oh, that is so cute. And I thought that was such a me item. Like it's charming and it's evocative of another era. I mean, he really gets that kind of thing too, but it's kind of more dainty and maybe something I would pick up. He just absolutely fell in love with it and said, oh, maybe we should get that. Maybe even for ourselves. It's for your kitchen, saran, foil wrap, wax paper, and paper towels. You have a compartment for all of these things, but it does really speak of that sort of 50s, you know, housekeeper, a homeowner who is very house proud and everything is in its place, and it's charming and speaks of a simpler time a little bit. I really like that sort of thing too, but little did we know, he picks it up and starts looking on eBay just to have an idea. Some people have sold the same thing for $50. And of course, we're never sure to get those prices, but you're thinking $5 is a pretty good bet for something that, you know, you're pretty sure to make money on. So that was a lot of fun. Went to the auction. This is one of the things I picked up for $5, which is a little vintage reading lamp, if you will. From what I recall, you would clamp this to the back of your bed, and this would sit above you, and you're reading your book. We both love that style. That green color, I think, is very of that period, which is, we may be talking about the 50s. I know it's very deco in a way, but I'm not sure that it's from that 20s, 30s, or if it's more from the 40s, 50s. And I'll do a little bit more research about that. But that was fun. That was $5 at the auction. This was an auction where there was no commission to pay. So it was $5 plus the tax. I can't believe someone let that slip by. I imagine we'll be able to resell that, well, hopefully for $20, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. That's a fun thing to sell. And just a little bit more fun with jewelry. At the Real Deal secondhand shop, we found these items. The enamel brooches usually do pretty well. And, you know, very vibrant colors. They're just a lot of fun. They seem to be in good condition. They were $1 each. I picked up this because it's spectacular looking. It's signed Sarah Coventry. From what I've seen and experienced, usually Sarah Coventry doesn't bring in the big bucks, but it was $1, and I thought it's a nice theme. Some people like things that are stars. You know, it has a little bit of glamour. You know, I just thought, well, $1 and something will happen. Something. And this is just a nice piece. I like the design. I like the way it's faceted. It's reminiscent of a very romantic period. It's obviously pretty contemporary, but I really like the way it was set. You know, and it's kind of not too flashy either if you're wearing this, because it's just clear stones. You know, you can wear this and it can be quite elegant. This was just one of those, like, all these pieces were $1, so it was signed. I think it's Sarah Coventry too. I'll include it in a lot, maybe. This was intriguing. I liked it because it's enamel and all the rhinestones are there. It's a quirky theme to have a bird dressed up with a walking cane and a hat, and it's signed, but to tell you the truth, I haven't had time to take a look. I'll find out what the signature is, and we'll be on our way. So this was fun. This was impromptu. You know, we didn't know what these shops would be like, so it was fun to go and have a rummage and pick up a few extra things. Things maybe that, you know, the enamel pieces, I don't find them all the time, so maybe that was a better place to find them. You know, the kitchen compartment box, I haven't seen that before around here, so it's fun to go and try some other places that are out of your way. They're bound to have different things. So we'll be back in a little bit. There's more to show you. We got some stuff at the auctions, not tons, but you know, more than a couple things, which is more than I thought we would get. And it was just a lot of fun to explore, a lot of fun to share with you, because I'm always surprised at what we get, and it's fun to let you know what the experience was like. And hopefully you are having a very good picking experience this week, and we'll talk to you very soon.